Hey loves, welcome back to another interesting tutorial. So today's video is the drafting of this beautiful blazer gown, as you can see on the screen. If this interests you guys, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmate. So let's get into the drafting part. So guys, I've gone ahead to draft out my horizontal lines. So from the shoulder, I went down by my armhole length to get the chest line. 10 inches for my bust point, 17 inches for my half length. Then from that half length, I went ahead to add extra 8 inches to that part, okay, which is my hip length, okay. So that is going to serve as the top length. So after doing that, go ahead and divide your bust measurement by 4. Then after that, I'm going to mark out 3 inches for the neck depth because we are going to be working on the back pattern first of all. I'm going to come down by 1 inch for the neck depth, okay. So after that, go ahead and connect it this way. So after connecting the neckline, go ahead and also connect the shoulder slope. So also don't forget to connect your armhole curve, okay. So after doing that, now the next thing to do is to mark out my bust span, which is my nipple to nipple divided by 2. I'm going to place it on that part. On the half length area, which is the waistline, I'm going to mark ½ inch at both sides of that line, like so, to get my dart. So go ahead and do all of this. So after doing this, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and place my waist measurement divided by 4 on that part, and also remember to replace the dart intake of 1 inch, okay. That dart we took at that part, replace it back. Then on the hip line, divide your hip measurement by 4 and place it there. So mine is 10.25. So after doing that, guys, go ahead and connect the points together. So from the chest line all the way to the half length, from the half length to the hip area. So whatsoever you have at your hip line, you also use it on the gown length area, okay. So after doing that, now coming to the bust point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Then on the waist area, go in by 1 inch, or you can go in by 2 inches depending how open you want the side to be, because it's going to have lacing at the side. Then from the waist area, you're going to come down by 3 inches. So that is where I want the lacing to stop, okay. Then you're going to just connect it all the way like this. I'm going to use my pen to mark it out like this. So after getting what I wanted, I'm going to use my marker to highlight this. So I'm going to just indicate that this is where the highlight is going to be, okay. So for the neck now, I'm going to measure what I have from the neck width to the neck depth like this. So after measuring, I got the 3.5 inches, okay. So I got 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to just cut this out. So you can see that the back pattern is as easy as ABC, okay. So all what you need now is to add your stitching allowance, because your stitching allowance is not on this pattern. So when cutting on your fabric, add all the necessary stitching allowance. You can see what we are having at the side. You can see the curve. So let's draft out the front pattern. So for the front pattern now, it's going to have a lapel. So for the lapel, I left a space of 2.5 inches at the center front. Then also at the top, I left a space of 4 inches, okay. So that is it, guys. Then I marked out my shoulder measurements. Then this is what I did. Now from the shoulder line, go down by your bust point, your chest line, your half length, and the gown length, your hip line and the gown length, okay. So after doing that, now from the shoulder, I went down by ½ inch for the shoulder slope. Then this is it, I've done it. Then after that, I went ahead to get the midpoint of the armhole. So after getting the midpoint of the armhole like so, I'm going to divide my bust divided by 4 and place it there, okay. Before marking out my armhole curve, I'm going to go in by ½ inch like this, okay, from this midpoint of the armhole. So after that, now the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. Then for the neck width, I'm going to also use 3 inches. So 3 by 3 inches, which is the standard, okay, the standard neckline. After marking this out, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark out my shoulder slope. So after marking out my shoulder slope, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4 and I'm going to place it there. So this is going to have a dart. Then I'm going to mark 1 inch for the dart also. So for the hip area, go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4 and place it there. So guys, you can see what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just go ahead and watch what I'm doing. So whatever you have at the hip area, you're going to place it on the gown length, okay? Or you can just go ahead and go in by 1 inch at the gown length area. Then you just connect to make it pencil a bit, okay? So whatever you do on this part, you're also going to do it on the back pattern. So then I'm going to mark my bust span, which is the nipple to nipple divided by 2. Place it there to get the dart, okay? So remember to mark ½ inch at both sides of the line to get the darts. Exactly what we did for the back, I'm also going to do it for the front. Come down by 1 inch from the bust point, then go in by 1 inch at the waistline, then come down by 3 inches from the waistline. So we did this for the back. We're also going to repeat it for the front, okay? So that is how you're going to lace it up. So this is where the eyelet is going to be. After doing that, now I'm going to mark 1 inch, which is going to be for the button line, okay? So this is going to serve as the button line. So mark 1 inch from the center of the front like so. So I'm going to just connect this point like this to give me a straight line. So you're going to mark this all the way to the gown length, okay? So you can see what I'm doing. Just mark it all the way to the gown length. So the gown length now depends on how long you want your gown to be. You can make it shorter or longer. So after doing that, now I'm going to mark 1 inch from the bust point line. So you can just come down by your under bust measurements. So that is where the lapel is going to stop. So for me, I want the lapel to stop at 1 inch below the bust point line, okay? So that is where the lapel for me is going to stop. So just go in by 1 inch from this point, which is the neck depth area, okay? So that neck depth area, we're going to extend it all the way to that space we left after the center front. Just look at what I'm doing, okay? So go in by 1 inch at that part. Then after that, you're going to connect all the way from where the lapel stopped. Just connect it up to that part where you went in by 1 inch. So guys, from the neck width, now I'm going to go up by 3.5 inches. So remember, it was 3.5 inches we got after measuring the neckline for the back, okay? So after that, I'm going to go out again by ½ inch from that point so that it sits well on the back area, okay? Then after that, go in again by 3 inches. Just watch what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go in by 3 inches. So that is how thick I want the collar to be. So this is the collar we are drafting out. So I'm just going to connect all the points this way, and it's going to give us something looking like this. So on the neck depth area, this curve area, I'm also going to highlight it with my marker for you guys to see it properly, okay? So this is what the collar is looking like. So remember, there is a wet pocket at that part. So this is just like a design. So it's just like a design on the gown, okay? So after that, I'm going to just cut this out. So for the notch part, you can just go in by 1.5 inches instead of that 1 inch we went in initially for the notch area. So this part I cut out just now. Go in by 1.5 inches, okay? If you want that part to be notched very well, if you want that part to go in very well, just go in by 1.5 inches to 2 inches, okay? So for me, I made use of 1 inch. Then go ahead and cut it out. After cutting, guys, this is what we are having. You can see what we are having for the front pattern, and this is what the lapel is looking like, and this is what the collar is looking like. So by the, see this notch part, you can see that is what I was saying. Just go in a bit by 1.5 inches instead of that 1 inch. Okay, so guys, this is what we are having for the front and the back. So when you join it together now, you remember to add your half-inch stitching allowance at that part, your stitching allowance. Okay, so this is a blazer, you don't need much allowance. Okay, so I think 1 inch to half-inch stitching allowance is enough. So after that, this is what the side is going to look like. You can see that circle at that part. You're going to lace it up, or you can just cover it up with your modesty panel, like the way we normally cover the back area when we are having like a loop or eyelet at the back of our dress. Okay, let's go ahead and draft out the sleeve. For the sleeve, you are going to draft out your basic sleeve. For those of you that don't know how to draft out a basic sleeve, I'm going to drop a video on how to do that. Okay, so go ahead and come down by 3 inches from the top. I mark out my hair bow length. Okay, on that cap height, I'm going to mark my armhole divided by 2. Okay, so after that, got the midpoint, and then from that midpoint I went up by the midpoint again between the top and that line at that area. So just watch what I'm doing. If you don't understand, then make a curve at that part. After that, I'm going to place my elbow measurement, my wrist measurements. Okay, so go ahead and place all of these, and you are going to just connect all the points together to give you your long sleeve. So this is a long sleeve. Okay, then I'm going to just cut this out. So if you don't know how to cut out a basic sleeve, don't worry, there's a video for you guys on the description box. Okay, baby, you give me ice and fire. Then from the elbow line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. So this is very important so that you'll be able to raise your hand properly. So I'm going to just cut it at that part where I came down by 1 inch. Okay, so let's set this aside and work on this upper part. So for the upper part, I'm going to be making use of slash and spread method. So you can see what I'm doing. Just go ahead and slash it like the way you feel like doing it. Okay, just slash and spread this part open like this. So at the other bottom part of this sleeve is going to have eyelets. So that means you are going to cut out 1 inch from the center of that sleeve. That's other part where we cut out the bottom part of the sleeve. After slashing it, guys, I'm going to just number it 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So after attaching, you're going to have it looking this way. So for the bottom part where we did not slash, you are going to have eyelets at the midpoint of the sleeve. So the middle of your sleeve, you're going to open that part so that you can attach your eyelets. And don't forget to add your stitching allowance. So after placing this on your fabric, you are going to add your stitching allowance to the top and also to the bottom. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I hope it was interesting. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, and also remember to support your girl at all time. Bye. See you on our next video. Bye.